Shukria, Barakzai, thank you very much for being with us. Firstly, let's talk about the status of women in Afghanistan. Education, which was once such an important part, not too many years back, seems to have disappeared. Legal rights for women seems to have disappeared. And the status of women in Afghanistan continues to suffer. Is that perhaps your biggest concern?
Hello, thank you for having me. It's not only the biggest concern, it's the main concern. Where is the Afghan people rights? I mean the basic rights. Where are the people in Afghanistan, inside of the Afghanistan, whom they are? And how and where is the definition of that citizen? So the lack of civic space for women, and also for men as well. And the brutality of the Taliban, if you see from 2021 August till 2023, it's more than 50 different verbal and written decree comes where limitizing and supervising the women's rights, particularly the women's space, economically, socially, morally. So when girls don't have the right to educate, when universities are closed, when the TV presenter shouldn't, in some of the provinces, the newest decree is that even the woman voice shouldn't come out from the media. So already their faces covered when they are on the media and TV presenters. So beauty salons are been closed. Public parks are closed. Women cannot walk and go even for a basic work without male member of company. Government are not hiring women employees. Even they removed women and erased women from entire governmental system. International organizations not allowed to hire women, and women are not working anymore with international organization. NGOs, where it was being led and run by women, they forced that they should introduce a male member of their family or someone. Otherwise, they were not allowed to work. So now you can see, I don't know how I can more describe to see or to give a picture where are Afghanistan. Half of population.
Is it your concern, Ms. Barakzai, that this is a new normal which the world is looking at as something which cannot be changed? And it's if the world accepts this as the new normal that the problems of Afghanistan will only increase. It is not normal, and the world needs to be reminded that what is in Afghanistan now is wrong.
Of course, what is in Afghanistan, it's wrong. The decision bringing back in power Taliban was a wrong decision, made by US. How we can say having women in a large prison with the name of country, and that's right and correct. This is absolutely wrong. How in 21st century we could say as a global village, as a democracy, as a country where 20 years NATO, US stand with us, they work, they pay their life, and it was highly costly for Afghans, life and time. It's the same nation, the same people. How we can say today was wrong or yesterday was wrong? No, today is wrong, because this is not the demands of Afghan people. The people of Afghanistan and the resistant force of women's were every day in different part of the country, despite of lack of international lenses to make a news about Afghanistan.
Sure.
Women are raising their voices, and the strong resistance and the most civil resistance in the globe, and the most innocent one, is continuing by the brave women in Afghanistan against the Taliban.
Ma'am, let me ask you this. India has been one of your closest friends. Historically, that's been the case. India finds itself in a very difficult situation and having to talk to the Taliban as well, because unless India does that, then getting aid across to Afghanistan, helping to fund some of the existing hospitals becomes a problem. So in a sense, it's a pragmatic decision that New Delhi has been forced to take. What role do you see of New Delhi going forward?
I think New Delhi from the very beginning, they follow what was the crowd, global crowd was. and their perspective was after Doha agreement with the Taliban. But right now, I think India is using their own leverage, if there is something in the name of leverage, because Taliban are very close to Pakistan, and the relation between Pakistan and India was always grumpy. So and the Afghans would pay most of the time that price of being good friends of India. Right now, I think it's important for the India to keep close contact and to continue their humanitarian aid direct with the people of Afghanistan. We do appreciate the opportunities for the young scholars from India, from Afghanistan, that they are studying in India. And I hope the Indian government will take care of them, because right now, for those scholars, Afghanistan is not the right place to go. Some of them would just been killed just because they study in India, because some mentality still among the Taliban and Taliban supporters are very and extremely anti-Indian. So it's important for the India to keep balance.
Sure.
Because we believe governments are coming and going, the nation are non-existent. So they should take any decision where they could be and showing clearly that they are with the nation of Afghanistan, they are with the Afghans rather than Taliban. So giving candy to the Taliban is not the way, it's not the case. Taliban will not change their policy towards women. So as much as world ask Taliban for reform, that much they pressurize the women in Afghanistan.
Ma'am,
is it
your sense, and this is my final question, is it your sense that Afghanistan is essentially being run by Pakistan's ISI?
That is absolutely clear. Pakistan are taking decision on behalf of Taliban. That's not something new. The creature of the Taliban was Pakistan. So how I can say right now they're no one? If you see all the statements from the very beginning, Pakistan was promising that they will bring the Taliban and they will fix. And that's why if you see every single special representative for Afghanistan, first they are meeting in Pakistan. And even if you see during the Doha agreement, the special envoy for that, Dr. Khalizad, he always was traveling Doha, Pakistan, in Kabul. So that's clear. When Islamabad is and Rawalpindi is the most powerful one, so no one liked to talk with Kabul, and that's how it is till today.
That is a frightening reality. But ma'am, our hearts are always with the Afghan people.
Very sad reality.
It is a sad reality.
I hope Afghanistan will be the country where the people of Afghanistan deserve to show again their stand on the international arena.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your concern. We in India entirely share that concern with you. Thank you very much indeed, ma'am.